Prime Hydration, the sports drink that's taken the world by storm.
Drink Prime.
Drink Company.
I'm sure by now you've seen it. If not, you've definitely heard about it. The drink created by the popular influencers KSI and Logan Paul. From Logan being an annoying American vlogger and JJ being a funny-looking FIFA commentator. It's quite remarkable when you look at the business empire they've built today, which could in fact lead them to becoming the first YouTube billionaires. But how did two formal internet rivals put their differences aside and come together to create one of the biggest and most strategic business moves the industry has seen? I'm sure you're aware of who these two already are, but in order to get a better understanding of how Prime came to be, we must first go back. Back in February 2018, KSI witnessed the success of his first influencer boxing event against Joe Weller. After being the underdog and proving what a gamer could do, it only made sense to keep the hype of these events going. This is where he would call out his next victim. KSI would call out the Paul brothers, and Logan would be the perfect fit, due to his physical build, his influence on social media, and how easy it was for him to play the villain. After still being under fire for his suicide forest incident back in 2017, apologizing globally and being dropped by every single one of his brand's sponsors,
I'm simply here to apologize.
it would seem like this event was a no-brainer for Logan, as it could allow him to fight for the redemption of his past mistakes. Overall, it was a win-win for everyone involved. Logan got a chance to change his public perception, while KSI got to prove himself yet again and show the world how big a YouTube event can actually be. Let's also not forget about that big fat paycheck the two social stars would be getting. The viewers would also be excited as they may get to watch a man who filmed a dead body get knocked out. Unfortunately, there was no knockout to be seen. The fight went the distance and ultimately resulted in a majority draw, which led to the whole internet begging for a rematch. Logan and KSI being the entertainers they are, they gave the fans what they wanted. A rematch would take place in November the following year. The fight would go the distance for the second time, but this one would end in KSI emerging victorious via split decision.
To the winner by split decision from the United Kingdom, the Nightmare,
Even though Logan Paul took the loss in the fight, it was not necessarily an overall loss for him, as it did in fact lead to his social perception having shifted. He was no longer seen as this arrogant, loud, cringy vlogger. After having the world hate you and losing to your rival, it has got to be humbling. So humbling that it did in fact cause Logan to work on himself and become more of a likable character. Through the process of the fights, it's clear Logan found a new respect towards KSI and has thanked JJ several times for the opportunity that saved his career.
KSI saved my career, but I made him a billionaire.
After their fight series had come to an end, it was obvious that the two had developed a friendship and mutual respect for one another. This is shown with them doing collaboration on one another's channels and talking highly of each other's successes in their different ventures. 2 years after their second fight, the two started to tease their fans with a mysterious third and final event of the saga. This led fans to speculate whether they would get to see a third and final fight between the two. KSI and Logan Paul had marketed this surprise event in a great way, leading to hundreds of thousands of viewers dropping in for a supposed third fight, but there was no fight to be seen. Instead, they would be showcasing their brand new sports hydration drink. Logan had visualized the idea of Prime and had plans of getting KSI on board with this brand new business venture. However, I'm sure it wasn't a hard sell. Once you look at the numbers their fights pulled in and what they could both bring to the table, two massive fan bases from different spectrums of the world, it's obvious it would do well. With fan bases being stretched across from England to America, Prime had become one of the first ever YouTuber products that would operate on such a global scale. On the 8th of January 2022, the drink officially launched in stores and online exclusively in America. With their fan bases being so large, it was no surprise that the demand for the drink was so high. It led to them being sold out within the first 4 days. On the 18th of June, it was also launched in England, exclusively in Asda stores, starting at 1.5 pounds, but did in fact get increased to 2 pounds per bottle. After being launched in both the UK and US, Prime's growth showed no signs of slowing down. On the 27th of July 2022, a partnership was announced with Premier League football team Arsenal, meaning you can actually buy the drink in Arsenal Stadium on match day. As well as Asda and Emirates Stadium supplying the beverage, the drink was also available on Prime's UK website. However, with all the demand for a drink even now, it is practically always sold out. When Prime was originally launched, it was shipped in from the US. However, the suppliers could still not keep up with the volume of sales. Due to the demand, Prime's now manufactured by Refresco, a Dutch drinks company that's known for working with Old Jamaica and Calypso in the UK. This was meant to ease the flow of sales, but still, it was not enough to keep up with the outflow. But why is this happening, and why are the fans unable to get their hands on a bottle of Prime? Especially if everyone involved with the drinks saying there's enough being produced. It's due to something I like to call hype beast mentality. We've seen this type of thing before. When supply doesn't quite meet demand, it becomes resellable. Looking at the hypebeast brand like Supreme, they build up desire around a certain product, and once people buy it all up, the profit margins are high. And somehow KSI and Logan Paul have managed to create this sort of hype around a drink. It appears since everyone knows about the hype that Prime has, it has led resellers and boss men all across the country to buy it in as much bulk as they can get their hands on and sell it on, basically robbing kids of their pocket money. Some bottles have even hit thousands of pounds in resale value. Just go over on eBay and see how crazy it actually is. Just like the drug market, Prime seems to have an average resale price which is around 10 to 20 pounds per bottle. One shopkeeper even stated in an interview with The Independent that nobody's complained about the price, even though he charges 15 pounds a bottle. That's more than many people make in an hour. Could you imagine paying that for a drink? Well, even with these crazy prices, the shopkeeper still limits his sales to 2 per customer since the demand is still so high. This whole situation has gotten so crazy that an app and a Twitter account have been created to track locations and stock of the beloved beverage, but this has just caused more chaos, with kids getting up and actually camping outside shops before they open. All the footage of grown men fighting children for a drink bottle really does show how influential JJ and Logan are. They've sold over 100 million bottles, making it the 6th largest drink in the sports drink category, which is just mental to even say, and Logan's recently talked about the numbers that Prime has brought in.
I'll tell you the sales.
Yeah, let's hear it.
2 months in, we sold 10 million bottles.
It appears the pair have gotten this generation in the palm of their hands and are growing their business at an alarming rate, with the drink now also being launched in other countries such as Australia and South Africa, with each launch being bigger and crazier than the last. It appears that the duo are really stepping up the levels and are no longer just content creators. They are true businessmen and with no sign of stopping. KSI and Logan Paul may just become the first ever YouTube billionaires. It's clear that Prime's a reflection of 2 guys who are in their prime, that have shown the world no matter how hard life hits you, your prime may still be yet to come. Sorry for the cringe quote at the end there. But with all that said, if you guys did enjoy this video, it would mean a lot if you could hit that like button. And if you do fancy sticking around for my finance videos and success stories, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.